difficult. The next game type and game mode is going to be Capture the Flag Havana. We have seen one Capture the Flag, which was firing range, and it was Fariko who actually took that.
Was it free? Yeah, it was Fico. Took game number one. Demo Havana went to Fnatic. You're right. That switched around. Yeah, Fnatic just outslayed him on that demo game, but that CTF firing range early on, it was Fariko that came up big. So basically, Fnatic's got to change a little bit of their Capture the Flag plan here.
Yeah, they went too aggressive on that last map of Capture the Flag. So it'd be interesting to see how they do this now. But even if Fariko go on to lose this game, they can help give themselves a pat on the back, because I mean, coming up from any sort of without any seed, and they got knocked in the losers bracket straight away in the first round, and they battle their way all the way through that losers bracket to come on and get to the final. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, and when it does, I mean, hats off to them, definitely.
We're going to try and get this game started up now. We're just making sure that both teams are ready. Fariko are all set, and Fnatic, MSI are all ready as well. So we're going to try and get this game hosted. Here we go, joining into Havana Capture the Flag now. We'll start off on board with Fnatic MSI, and I want to get on board with an SMG player, see if they are using Marathon and making some early push.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see that, man.
It's definitely what I'm going to expect. I think if we go on board with Fariko, we will definitely see that.
Yeah, rushing.
So here we go. Game is starting up. Let's go to auto assign. Just put us with Fariko, and we will switch over to an SMG player. You will usually see early grenades going right across the map, within seconds. And if they can pick up 1 or 2 kills, it can really open the game up, and there can be an early flag capture.
Yeah, we're going to go on board with an SMG player as soon as possible. We are on board with Team 1, and as I said, he's using the perk that we highlighted.
Yeah.
When I see grenades start flying across the map, which usually do produce a few kills, and none have been taken off with that grenade. He has pushed the hotel side, and Fariko really need to get themselves sort of G'd up here. Then they are a bit quiet, but they're in the final EGL, as T1 gets the knife, and the flag is being pulled away instantly.
Yeah,
both flags are out. I mean, Biss has it for Fnatic, Rush has it for Fariko,
and
as they've got to get one back in. The rules are wrong.
Yeah, there was no signal above the flag carrier's head, I don't think, so we're just going to restart this as soon as possible.
Did I just hear Fnatic say they want to take the win? Nah, surely no. We're not going to allow any win taken, especially not the final.
But Fnatic are going into this game fairly confident. They know they can lose this and 3 more following that and still come out champions of EGL4. And that would mean they are the back-to-back champions. ECL3 they won when it was Toby, Mac, or now MC, Gunchi, and Excellency. See if the game has started up yet.
Yeah, who was on that team for the last EGL?
It was Toby, Mac, Gunchi, and Excellence.
Half the Infused squad and half the current Fnatic MSI squad.
It's just basically flame retardant. It's swapped around with Fnatic, and I mean, it doesn't seem to have worked out for Infuse and Excellence and Gunchi at all. Not one bit. I mean, you come top 12 and your old teammates are in there at
I think they learned a lesson. Yeah. And Gunchi would be the first one to admit it, as you saw in the post on Deserta. They did an interview with him. He talked about just the 4 overall Slayers, and there was not that teamwork or the objective where you have someone playing that selfless role, because at the end of the day, when you're a Slayer, you just focus on just raw killing, and at that point, that's not only going to get you so far if nobody's playing bombs or running flags.
I mean, if we play team deathmatch, they'd be the best team on the game by an absolute mile, but
yeah, right.
It's just we don't know, do we? So I mean, that team has the potential. If they work their team out, we'll see them win events if they stay together, but it hasn't to be this weekend. And
yeah, they didn't get a lot of time to play, so they didn't get to build a chemistry there, and Fnatic is just well-gelled squad here, and they're looking to do a repeat title.
Yeah, we've got the point of view of T1 at the moment, who we initially started spectating before the game was ended. We're going to see if Fariko can replicate that aggressive push that they had so early on in the game. A great kill against Bizzle is going to open things up, and he's just got to be careful that no one is waiting in bar. It will be MC, but that is a really good kill from T1, who is still alive, and this could be big for Fariko.
T1 just pulling the shots out the bag.
T1 is on a roll right now as he went in there single-handedly grabbing the flag and now is retreating back to try to get a cap here as he looks like he'll be fine. All the cutoffs are set up and he is just rolling.
He has the support of his teammates and he's just going to run this one all the way home. There is nothing that Fnatic can do about it. 1-0 now to Fariko within a minute of Capture the Flag Havana.
Yeah, they played that really well. They just cut off all the points, but that was all about T1, just making them kills at important times. They were hard shots to do with the MP5 at range, but he just pulled them out of the bag like it was nothing. I mean, it was like he had an AR, but with the power of the MP5 at close range.
And, I mean, you can see the kill feed. Fariko really putting in the work, despite one of them yet to pick one up. The 3 other teammates are picking up a lot of kills now and continuing this aggression.
Yeah, I think that it's about Fariko's racked up about 12 kills, while on the flip side, Fnatic has done 5 there. But now Biss comes up with a nice 2-piece, and he's making moves, trying to get a little bit more aggressive and set these guys back because Fariko just keeps pushing in, and Fnatic has not done much about it to thwart that advance.
Yeah, we can see Torres out the back of the map here. Fariko with that slight advantage with the 1-0 lead, but it does look like Fnatic are making their own pushes as Vapes takes out Rev and Biss takes out C1. Torres is left on his own as the rest of his team do spawn up. He's in a better position, but Vapes absolutely destroys him. He's head glitched him there, and Rush does take out Biss, but Rev is there to watch the flag, chokes the shot a little bit. Needs to make this kill on Biss. Fnatic are coming strong. That's 3 dead. Torres is the last one alive.
Torres has got to do this for the team, otherwise they are in trouble. However, he is flashed and in trouble. Toby manages to clean that up, and the flag is being ran. Fariko on the back foot now, playing chase to the flag carrier, and in a little bit of trouble. Looking at Torres now, seeing what he can do, jumping on board with Rev. They've just got to prevent any sort of relay going on here, as there was no way that they were catching that flag.
Yeah, that was smart by their end, that they just stuck back and they made sure that none of that happened and they cleared that out. So you got a 1-1 tie there. Fnatic was able to answer the call as they moved up in there, got a cap, and like you said, we got a 1-1 tie here with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, we're on board with Rev here, who's just sitting around that the hotel and fountain area, just setting up a bit of a defensive side. It is 1-1, and they are on the better side though, so I would like to see a bit of an aggressive push from Fariko, but it does look like Fnatic are keeping up with that as they do take out Rush and C1. Rev is left up in the top red area as Torres takes out Bissell.
Well, a little bit of a different approach because Fnatic had been going with let's camp out, play very defensive, and move aggressively when we need to. However, you see them all kind of starting to move a little bit up here and do big things.
Yeah, Fariko had such a good start to this game, but Fnatic have got right back into it, managing to get that flag capture and equalise the scores. However, Rush was making a big push there. MC on the defence, preventing any sort of flag capture from taking place. We're just seeing kills exchanged all over the place. T1 now the aggressive player for Fariko.
Going a bit of a diverse route here around the outside, and he is going to come around behind him and bar. Is he not going to make a kill? That is poor by T1. He does pick the kill on Vapes, but he does have another Fnatic MSI teammate to take out as MC makes easy work of him coming out of that bar.
Yeah, MC is on the defence now, like we saw on that firing range game type, and he's just causing a lot of trouble for Fariko. They're just unable to even touch that flag with him defending it so well for the team.
We're on board right now with Rev here as you're looking at the kill feed. Biss picks up Torres, and it's the same kind of style gameplay we've seen all night long here on the CTF side, where it's Fariko just kind of sitting back and then playing these aggressive pushes. But Fnatic changed their style up from CTF firing range that we saw, and now they're just trying to square up with them and get some moves in here while Torres just sticking back here.
Not long is left on the clock at all, and will we see a late flag capture by Fnatic as 3 of Fariko go down? This could be really big.
Smart
Rush is the only one left alive, and he's going to have to really pull out all the stops to prevent this from going down.
Oh no, this is going to be a lot on Rush's plate to see if he's going to be able to get a stop here. He's the only one that can make it, and it's going to come down to, I think, like a 1v1 there. He's got a lot of help, though. No, he's got his whole squad. And with 4 seconds left, they're going to put another flag on the board. So 2-1 lead in favor of Fnatic going into the second half.
Yeah, they played that so well there. All the cover points were put off. I mean, they walked that flag back with the teammate who had it on board, and they shut him down. There was no way anything was going to stop them there.
Yeah, I mean, Rush, valiant effort, but can only do so much.
Yeah, with no help from his teammates.
There wasn't 3 guys. Yeah, they rolled together on that to make sure that flag went in.
So we started off on Biz there, getting taken out by the early grenade, switching over to Vapes now, who's opted to use the silenced MP5. Not a gun that you see used that much with a silencer. As a result of such, Torres has managed to clean it up, but MC answering back, taking out Torres, and it does just seem that Fnatic do seem have the edge against the Fariko team.
Yeah, they just seem to be out shooting them all, and just, I mean, Vapes are playing well. Actually, I'm saying Vapes are playing well. The whole team are playing well. They're just making the kills when need be. That is 4 down with the players spawning back up. Rush does take out Bissell, but they do need to push over the flag because they did make them kills, the important kills, as the Freaker team do spawn back up. MC does take out T1. This flag is going to be run all the way. He needs cover, though. He doesn't have much help where he is. Vapes is on his own a little bit.
No, the Vapes doesn't have much cover, but he's kind of just been able to sneak this one out. He pulled the whole flag sneaky and brought it all the way back, so they've got to make sure they can capitalize on this opportunity as Biss is clearing around for him. He does catch a flash. He knows somebody's close, and instead waiting for the green light from his team. He's going to be moving into back houses here before he goes up as Torres picks up a kill. He's waiting for his team to spawn in. He has to get this cap. I mean, he pulled it all the way back there like a little ninja, and that's 3 down. Going to give him the comfort that he needs to jump in there and cap it as Rev comes in too little too late, and Toby picks up a kill on his own teammate Vape. So there you have it. The lead now stretches out to 2 caps here with 3 minutes left in the game. And this, if it stays like this, Fnatic is only 3 minutes and 15 seconds away from being the grand champions here at EGL4.
Fariko are going to have to throw absolutely everything that they've got at this flag, and they're doing just that. 3 of Fnatic have fallen. Biss is all on his own now. The flag has been picked up, and the run has begun for Fariko.
Yeah, and these guys are spawning in and are stuck in a trap here, so it looks like Fariko should have no problem pulling it out because nobody's going to be down there, and you've got Vapes out here with a SMG. He's not going to do anything long range, and Biss is not going to be able to hunt him down, so they do get that flag. So now it is only a 1-cap lead as Fariko is still clawing in this, making sure that they do not give up. They've fought so hard, and they're not going to let one slide out yet, so they've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to get another cap if they want to tie it, while on the flip side, you see MC hanging back here, Toby trying to make some pushes, and they still need to play mildly aggressive, but nothing too crazy. I mean, you can secure that 1 flag lead, but don't get too complacent staying back. You got to make some pushes there and keep Fariko honest.
Yeah, there is 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to defend this flag, but as you said, they do need to push up, make an aggressive push, stretch out that lead again as Rich picks up the 2-piece. He's not going to make the third as Bissell does shut him out. Throws the flash over, and he's going to make an attack on this after he throws out the grenade, although it does it there on the back foot. T1 with a 2-piece there. Is he going to make the third?
No,
Vapes
it's a call out. Vapes was ready for him with the silence SMG, takes out T1 as he swoops around that door. He's also getting some flash there, picks up another kill on Rush, and now Torres was able to take out Vapes as he's by Water Fountain trying to move in there and get a push. So these guys are just playing very defensive here on Fnatic's side, and rightfully so, but they're taking a gamble, and the fact that if they get knocked down, if Fariko can go in there and knock them down, then they'll tie this game up, and we have seen Fariko capable of capping a flag within the last couple seconds.
Yeah, we just Fnatic just need to be careful here because they are going for the flag. They need to make sure they do not get counter-capped if they do not make that, but there is a defender there within T1. Vapes is stuck on his own here. He needs to take out he does take out a Rev, but he's got T1 in the way as well, and he needs support from his team as soon as possible.
Fnatic were playing very defensively, but they managed to pick up 3 kills, progressed to get the 4th, and then made that push. With only a minute left on the clock, Fariko just have to charge this flag, because if they do not capture it, Fnatic MSI will be the EGL4 champions and back-to-back
this is so
winners.
Big here.
Here we go. Oh, 2 kills by Fnatic.
Oh, Biss, you big lad. No, doesn't get it as Torres grabs it, man. He tried to pull that one out. This is going to be huge for Fnatic to stop it. If not, you're going to see an overtime. If they can't stop it and get a return, it's going to mean everything. It's up to Vapes trying to get some kills. And no, they kind of choked there in the last seconds. But MC, nope, you got a kill, but couldn't follow up there. So now there's 23 seconds left on the clock, and it's not going to be enough time if they don't get in there right now. But some kills being done as Biss needed to come up big there. But another move here by Rush to stop both Biss and MC is just going to be not enough there. So got to give it up to Fariko. These guys have always fought all the way through, and they did just here. So now I believe we're going into an overtime, gentlemen.
It will be stopwatch, and it is interestingly 3 of the flag capture for all 3 flag captures for Fnatic, for Vapes, and all 3 for Fariko by T1. It is going to be overtime, and it is going to be stopwatch. They're going to end this game. very, very close. Capture the flag, Havana. I mean, we saw Fariko winning the initial firing range. They fought really hard to get and stay within this Havana game type. Can you see them taking this stopwatch?
Well, the momentum to get that flag at the end there, I mean, I think they have the potential to take it, but as we said, Fnatic have been strong all day, and yesterday, a little bit edgy at times, but they were pulling the games out of the bag.
Last time Fariko pulled a flag and got it in the last couple seconds, they went into an overtime and did not bode well for them. So I imagine Fnatic's got to be in the mindset of, like, let's close this out, and do something big here. So it's going to come down to who can pull off the first rushes. Are people going to be using Marathon and making quick moves? I would suggest it, and try to get something early on. So we'll see as the game is starting back up. We are about to jump back in and join them here shortly.
And the Fariko have signaled that they are ready. The game has begun. It is Havana, capture the flag, overtime. Let's jump on board with Fariko. They are the ones that really need to win this game. Otherwise, as we have said, Fnatic will be the champions of EGL4, the final EGL before Black Ops, before MW3 release.
I can't wait for that Modern Warfare 3 release.
It's a very highly anticipated game.
Here we go. Let's jump on board now. Yeah. Top 40. And it is going to be Rush that we begin spectating. We're going to possibly see some Marathon introduced into this game. I mean, just to summarize how stopwatch works exactly, it is the team that can capture the flag the fastest. For example, if Fariko managed to capture this flag within a minute, it means that Fnatic have to capture it in less than a minute in the following round, or Fariko can capture the flag again to seal the deal.
And there you have Torres and company moving in here on the flag as MC's trying to hold him off there. He took out T1, so nice play by him.
Yeah, we seen last time Fariko pulled the flag, they did do it very, very quickly the first time round when the rules were wrong, unfortunately. But hopefully we see another push like that from, as we see Rush is set up in the bar, and he does take out Toby, but I imagine there'll be more defenders around there as Vapes wipes him out with another Fnatic player at the back. Vapes with a two-piece, he's not going to be able to get a third at the moment. Torres pushed up here, and Fariko looking like a little bit of a stronger team in this first half of the extra time.
They have certainly been getting themselves up into the Fnatic spawn a lot better than Fnatic have in the Fariko spawn, so play more aggressively. However, a flag has been picked up for Fnatic, and they have got to run this home now. Ooh. Kills are being made, and this is really, really bad for Fariko.
Yeah, and Biss running it up the middle, but it still worked out because Toby was able to cover them, but Rev drops Biss there, but they were able to pick that flag back up. I'm not sure why they ran middle of the map there as MC takes out Rev. Fnatic is doing big things here, trying to close this one out in a reasonable time before we split to the other side, and they got it. I believe it was like 3:32. Was that what you got?
3:32,
yeah,
exactly.
3:32.
Yeah. So that means Fariko now have to capture the flag before that clock reaches 3:32.
28 seconds they got to get it in, Rel. Tony, a minute and 28 seconds. So
it is not a very long time.
As Rel would say, they got to pull out all the stops, and I think Marathon's going to be one of them, Rel.
Yeah, well, I mean, alternatively, Fariko, I mean, Fnatic can actually capture another flag to actually end this and win it. They're just going to restart this game type now.
Who was that ended up pulling that one in?
I think it was Bissell eventually.
Bissell?
No, actually, no, it might have been Toby. He did well to get that flag back there, but
they were all they made the kills that they needed to make there. I mean, Biss got in a hairy situation in the middle of the map, but he came through on it. So a minute and 28 seconds is going to decide if we've got a Fnatic championship win here or if we're going to see yet another round being played by Fariko that's trying to stay alive in this tournament.
What's going to be interesting is if we start seeing a very defensive Fnatic, or whether they are going to try and end this early and get the flag capture that they need to actually win the series. So here we go. I mean, I think we should stay on board with Fariko. They are going to be the more aggressive side.
I agree. They're the team that's got to grab a flag now.
Yeah.
Fnatic. And it was weird because it was like it seemed at that point it was like Fnatic was just thwarting off waves by Fariko, but at the end of the day, then they move in and they grab that flag. So I didn't even expect them going back there grabbing it because they seemed like they were playing such a defensive mentality, but they sure did there. As it looks like we're having some mistakes on who's on what team, and somebody didn't get in. So we'll end this game, start it back up so we can make sure everybody gets in.
Not too sure what's happened there, but I think we might have a little bit of a technical problem.
One of the players actually left. No toilet breaks for Fariko at this stage. They want to change the classes. That is why T1 left the game.
I bet he forgot to put Marathon on.
That probably was it.
Yeah.
He needs it on.
Yeah.
And apparently they can't choose classes at the moment.
Can't choose classes?
I'm not even sure what that means.
No, I'm not sure. No, 2 seconds.
And now, yep, Fariko have signaled that they are ready. We're going to get this game started as soon as possible.
3 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yep, keep your eye on that clock in the bottom corner. As soon as it hits 3:32, Fnatic MSI would walk away with this championship. And here we go, going straight into the game now.
It's coming down to this.
Things are tense for Fariko.
Big.
I love that it's going down to something like this. It's CTF overtime. The second half of the overtime, too. That's like, whew.
What was it? What would be the situation if this was the last map?
Oh, if it was
we
like
would be here for so long.
A game 11 or something like that? Yeah, it would be nuts. But it would be cool that it would be coming down to something like this, though, huh?
Yeah. It's all down to
I'm make sure I don't spawn in. Yeah, I felt like I might have hit A too many times. There we go. So who do you guys want to run? I think Rush.
Yeah.
But it was it was T1 that dropped out. So maybe I kind of want to see if he's got something to trick up his sleeve with the class switch. I think it was just all of them equipping Marathon.
Yeah, T1 didn't have a great search and destroy game, but he certainly picked it up in this capture the flag. You know, he's worked very, very hard to keep that
exactly
score
what he did.
And here we go. As predicted, a very aggressive Fariko are just going to absolutely blitz this flag as fast as possible. Keep your eye on that clock at the bottom left-hand corner and wait until it hits 3:32, which would signal the win for Fnatic.
This is a smart play. I mean, you have to think Fnatic expected this like blitzkrieg move by Fariko, but I don't know if they did because they're having trouble thwarting it off as these guys are moving in.
Now have 1 minute remaining on the clock. Kills are being exchanged. Not looking too good for Fariko yet. He needs to make that kill on Bissell. Bissell does take T1 out. It was preeminent. He should have made that. And there's not long left on the clock for Fariko.
No. Time is dwindling down here with 4 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. We're on board with Rev, who cleans up Vapes. He is trying to move in on that flag, but getting shots from behind there. Gets taken out as MC knocks Rev down. Biss knocks down T1. Rush takes out MC. It is getting close here. They have to get a pull relatively soon. That's 2 down for MC. They do get this pull, and Rush has got it, and I believe he's got Marathon on. But Biss coming up with a 2-piece, knocking both of them down. T1 trying to go in there. He's going to be Fariko's last hope as he takes out Biss. Rev cleans up Vapes. He is frantically moving in here. Not enough time as it is 3:43 here. They've got to get in 8 seconds, and it's not going to happen. So you guys, it is going to be Fnatic. Give it up to Fnatic. They are your grand final champions here at EGL. Back-to-back champions as you close up Black Ops here for the season.
It is going to be 6-1 overall, including the aggregate score. Fnatic have taken the title. And that was just amazing play from them. They defended so well. We're seeing them go over now. Shaking the hands of Fariko, who have put up a valiant fight in this final, coming so far in the losers bracket, fighting their way and representing Holland. They will be walking away with a cash prize and, second place at one of the biggest European Call of Duty tournaments, which is nothing.
A lot of love for the Fnatic guys, as you can imagine. They were certainly hyped up, and I love the energy here on the stages. Bros coming up on the main stage and stuff. It's pretty cool, man. I got to appreciate all the support of the players here and stuff, and it was certainly fun coming out to London and commentating for EGL. So I want to thank them for having me out, and Scuff Gaming for sending me out here.
Yeah, it's been a brilliant weekend. It was great to have you over
here.
Yeah,
man, it was nice to meet you guys and commentate, man.
It's just been a whale of a weekend. The commentating's been brilliant. Every game we've watched has been brilliant. There hasn't really been one game you thought, well, this is a bit boring, but, it's been a really good weekend. It's been a very, very good send-off for Black Ops.